Welcome to my channel, Conversations for Self. My name is Simona, and I am here as a guide and as a place for information for your healing journey. I am here if you are ready. You must be personally ready for healing. You must, this is a self-mastery journey. This is a self-love journey. So this is something that is totally within your control, but it is also something that you have to do for yourself. And you would only be successful if it is something that you truly desire and that you are totally ready for. So, in my previous videos, I have touched on, the importance of being fully happy, completely emotionally whole, emotionally healed. Because being emotionally whole and emotionally healed, that really, affects how you interact with the world, how you interact with other people, and you know, it determines, just your complete outlook. Because when you have a more positive and more, just a healthier disposition, then everything else um, is affected in a good way. So I did touch on the byproduct of my children, and how your children will definitely benefit from you being a happier parent. One thing that I have not touched on is, of course, you know the biggest reason why maybe you landed on this video is because you're looking for answers on how to get out of a heartbreak, how to heal your broken heart. Uh, that definitely, is something that I for sure know all too well about, because my healing journey actually started with a severe, extreme case of heartbreak, to the point where it forced me to change me, but in a good way. In a good way. Um, I was very resistant to changing who I was, because I looked at it as being fake, as pretending to be someone that I wasn't, or pretending to be something that I'm not. So a lot of the information that I got at first, like, I really side-eyed and I really balked at because to me it was, a fake it till you make it type thing, until I realize that, okay, but what I'm doing is not working. What I have been doing has not been working. And as a matter of fact, it's actually been getting me worse and worse and worse results. So I keep saying that don't want to be here, but yet I am doing everything in my power to hold on to, old ways and old thoughts, and just this old system that is not working. So I just, again, the biggest thing that I stress is that you have to be ready. You have to be ready. You have to be willing to do what it takes, because it does take some difficult work. It takes looking at in the mirror and being honest. It takes looking in the mirror and accepting that you have made decisions that didn't necessarily put you in good places. Again, it was so difficult for me, and that is really the biggest reason why it took me so long to get through my healing journey, because there was just so much resistance, because I did not want to change me, because at the core of who I am, I have a big heart, and I love people. I'm a people person. I love getting to know people. I love getting to know different cultures, because I mean, we have this huge world, and why confine ourselves to one corner of it? So I felt like making any changes would change the core of who I was, and I did not want to do that. Um, and also admitting that I needed to make changes. I had to admit that I was flawed. Um, and I was, I was. Again, it's difficult. It's a difficult journey because you really have to look at self. You really have to hold yourself accountable. And you really just have to do the work. You have to be willing to do the work. And the hardest part is, convincing yourself that it needs to be done, and convincing yourself that um, you really aren't perfect. As much as, again, I thought that, I was, on a higher level, I really wasn't. So that was the reality pill that I had to swallow and, take and um, really live with. Now, I mean, it's second nature. Like it's like walking. Like I don't have to think about it. Making sure that I choose for me. Making sure that my no's are no and my yeses are yes. And I've had practice with perfecting these techniques. And one thing that I I noticed is that as I was getting better at it, um, I was attracting people again who were, on or above or, somewhere along my level. So, with that, um, I can say that the type of men that I started attracting was definitely a litmus test because I could gradually see, like, okay, like, better quality. Okay, better quality. Okay, better quality. Like with each step, with each step, as as I would be approached, and as I would, maybe talk to or entertain someone, I noticed that as I shifted, and as my mentality shifted, and as my energy shifted, I was attracting, my attraction point changed. Um, I had to learn to not be attracted to the physical, and I had to learn to be attracted to good treatment, feeling good, being treated good, being honored, being respected, um, being put as a priority, being adored. I had to be attracted to that. That wasn't an easy thing because we like what we like, we like who we like, um, and that that was a little difficult as well. Um, But again, like the rest of my journey, the more I practiced it, the more that I was able to perfect it and get it, just that much better to where my attraction point was being treated well, being honored, being respected, being, treated, like a one like the wonderful woman that I am. Uh, at the same time, being able to find that or to see that in in men that I am actually attracted to. So the healing journey, um, it does affect every part of my life, and it will affect every part of your life, from work, from again, day to day, just in and out of the grocery stores, at the car dealership when I was there the other day, having my car repaired, just going being in the grocery store and going to looking, standing at the water bottles, and a gentleman is like, "Oh no, I got that for you," and it's going right in my buggy for me, and just me being thankful because he could have just passed me and like, "Oh girl, you got it. you look independent." Um, so again, like my attraction point became a better quality, not just for dating, which is, a big part of it, a huge part of the healing journey. That has been a wonderful byproduct. But I also, um, just opportunities. Um, Again, just, just people being drawn to me, being drawn to my my smile, and being drawn to me being upbeat, and I'm genuinely happy. And I mean, even wearing a mask like in public, the the "good morning beautiful," I'm like, how do you even know, like how do you even know? My face is covered up. um but it's my energy. And again, that is um, the one of the greatest byproducts of becoming whole and truly happy, and um, just loving myself. And when it comes to, again, my attraction point for men, like loving myself and being able to say no, and not being afraid that, oh, I'm gonna run somebody off because I said no. Like that boldness actually commands the respect. It commands it without me having to demand it. Before, I would need to demand, oh, you need to respect me, you should respect me. But in my healing, um, and truly loving myself, it has given me the ability to gain the respect that I had begged for before. Um, because I love myself way, 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 way too much to go back to the pits that I was in, to go back to being hurt, feeling that pain, feeling disrespect, being embarrassed because the person is not being respectful to you in the streets. Um, that pain. um and like Pastor RC Blake says, you have to choose your pain, babe, is what he says. You have to choose your pain. So yes, the healing journey is going to be difficult and it's going to be painful, but would you rather have a short a short amount of pain that will be beneficial to you, or would you like to continue in the pain that you're already in for another 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, some of you 20 years? Choose your pain. Choose your pain. It can be a short pain for a lifetime of happiness, or you can remain where you're at and continue the cycle and the lifetime of pain. So, again, as I say, emotional healing and self love, true, true self love, are very, very necessary.